Wow. 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 I'm going to say this. Corey Knebel had some balls. It wasn't pretty in that ninth inning whatsoever, but he did fantastic work and some, questionable decisions from the Cardinals' perspective, especially with their base running. Phillies got they stole a win today in St. Louis, shutting them out again, winning this game by a score of 1-0. Kyle Gibson was fantastic in this game. It was another pitcher's duel, basically a replication of what yesterday was. Phillies, they had more chances with runners in scoring position in this game, and Alec Bohm is the one that provides the RBI with a sac fly in the ninth inning. It took all the way until the ninth inning to get a run home in this game. But then Alec Bohm makes a terrible throw in the bottom of the ninth inning, which it probably could have been a double play or at least get the force out. He throws it by Bryce and stop. Then you get first and third, 0 outs, and you got Corey Knebel, who with the first two batters doesn't look that sharp, and you're like, ah. But it didn't happen. The collapse didn't happen. He got the job done. I'm still going to tell Alec Bohm, Jesus Christ, that was just a terrible play, dude. That was completely awful what Alec Bohm did. I'll give him credit for driving in the sac fly, but dude, you got to make a better play in that ninth inning. Seriously, with that play that you made in the beginning of the game to Nolan Arenado, where you stole a hit from him. This is a routine play. You rush it, and it's a bad throw, and it puts Corey Knebel in a terrible position. Thankfully, he managed to get out of that situation. Thankfully. And Corey Knebel has a lot of balls on him. And now that is 2 huge wins in this 4-game series against the St. Louis Cardinals. You win the season series against them, which is really good. And you have a chance to take the series in either of the next 2 games. Tomorrow with Christopher Sanchez on the mound, and then Monday with Nola on the mound. I would like to see the offense find a way to break through in this series because, one, it's only been Alec Bohm really that has been driving in the runs, and it's been kind of quiet. We did, like I said, we did have chances with runners in scoring position more than we did yesterday, but I would like to see more. The Cardinals pitching has been really good, though. I'll give credit to them where credit is due. Wainwright was really good yesterday's ball game. Hudson was really good, and their bullpen was really good as well. But still, I would like to see the offense, provide some more runs on the board to make it more comfortable for your starting pitching. But hey, all credit to Kyle Gibson, man. He had a major bounce back start. Like I said yesterday, Kyle Gibson possibly looking for revenge. He got that and some. My goodness, he was fantastic in this game. Looking at Kyle Gibson's stats, he goes 7 strong innings, allows 2 hits, no walks, and 5 strikeouts on 84 pitches. It was questionable. I was thinking, why is Rob Thompson bringing out Kyle Gibson for the 8th inning? But goes to the bullpen. Jose Alvarado, it was kind of, crazy. There was a couple of walks in there. One of those walks was an intentional walk to Albert Pujols, which was absolutely hilarious because he comes out the pinch hit because we all know Albert Pujols in this stage in his career, he's really only being used against left-handed pitching, which he still excels at his age. Phillies intentionally walk him, yet the entire crowd cheering at first when he's coming out there to bat. And then he goes to first base, and everyone just boos. It was kind of just a funny moment right there. But Jose Alvarado managed to get out of that jam that he was in without a run earned. So that's good. And then Corey Knebel, after the leadoff walk and the error by Alec Bohm, he managed to get the job done. Oh, my goodness. Stressful. I do think we need to drop, in my honest opinion, not using pitchers in the bullpen 3 days in a row because I would like to see if Sir-Anthony is going to be the guy more times than not in the 9th inning. I know they're still doing this closer by committee type of thing. More times we've been seeing Sir-Anthony Dominguez and Brad Hand out there in the 9th inning, but you got to quit it with not using guys 3 days in a row because you're not going to get away with this with Corey Knebel more times than not. He looks like a completely different pitcher in the 9th inning, in my honest opinion. He's been better in the 7th inning, better in the 8th inning. When it's the 9th inning, oh my goodness, it's a little sketchy. But I still give him a lot of balls, especially in that Nolan Arenado at bat. That was a huge bet. That was a huge battle by Corey Knebel and Nolan Arenado. If I go to that at bat specifically, I want to see how many pitches were thrown in that specific at bat during Nolan Arenado. So if I go to that bottom of the 9th inning, go to Nolan Arenado, that was a 9-pitch at bat. 9 pitches. First pitch was a strike. Second pitch was a ball. Third pitch was a foul. Fourth pitch was a ball, so a 2-2 count. Then you get 3 foul balls in a row, a couple of them on 4-seamers, one on a knuckle curve. And then he took ball 3, Nolan Arenado. And then another knuckle curve from Corey Knebel lands right in the strike zone, ties up, well, just completely fools Arenado. He drops his hands. He's just like, ah, shit, I got fooled here. Goes right back to the dugout. That was a huge battle by Knebel. And then the other questionable decision by the Cardinals standpoint, because on the Arenado strikeout, Paul Goldschmidt steals second base, so it takes away the double play threat. Dylan Carlson then grounds out to Rhys Hoskins. And the questionable decision I have with the Cardinals is, why aren't they running on contact? Are they thinking Rhys is going to throw home? Because he doesn't throw home. I guess he does a little flinch to keep the runners standing still. And then a good heads-up play by Bryce and Stott to get the first base to cover for Rhys, because Corey Knebel was not running the first base on that play. So that's a good play by Rhys to keep the runners there, and a good play by Bryce and Stott to get the first base. And Bryce and Stott was actually really good in the field today. He made a couple of really nice plays out there. And the defense all over today, besides the Alec Bohm thing, was actually pretty good. Alec Bohm had that snatch against Nolan Arenado earlier in the ball game. Matt Vierling with a huge diving catch to end the night for Kyle Gibson. It's literally face planting into the dirt. There was a good defense all around. Even the Cardinals played a lot of good defense. The Phillies today, they had a lot of good rips at the plate. Sadly, they were just going right to the Cardinals' gloves. You got Dylan Carlson tracking down every single ball out there in center field. Bryce and Stott had a couple of good rips that were just unlucky. Let's right to the second baseman. But overall, the situational hitting in the top of the ninth inning for the Phillies, you got Derek Hall leading off with a double, crushed it right to the warning track. Then Didi Gregorius with a beautiful bunt. I have no idea what the pitcher and Goldschmidt are doing in that situation, but Didi was safe. I'll take it. So you get first and third for Alec Bohm. He battles during his at-bat, and then you get, I think Alec Bohm honestly gets lucky during this at-bat too, because he fouled it, and it was staying in foul territory. The second baseman was not running to the ball. He was not. He let it die out there and did not catch it. Fell right on the tarp, I believe. So that remains in the at-bat for Alec Bohm. And then he hits a sac fly to deep right field, drives in the run, which was Moniak because he pinched run for Derek Hall at the time. And it's good situational hitting in that part. Good situational hitting. I just hate that he made that brutal mistake in the ninth. Like you got to be better. You got to be way better on that type of play. It's a simple grounder. Take your time. Yepez, who was running the second base, he's not a fast runner. Alec Bohm could have taken all the time in the world just to get that force out. That's all you had to do. Try not to rush it for a double play. Just get the force out. That's all you needed to do. Or even go to first base. Try not to. It was just a brutal throw. It was just a brutal play by Alec Bohm. Really, it needs to be better. It needs to be way better than that. But still, overall, this game went by, I would say, pretty quickly. There were, like I said, runners in scoring position chances for both teams. Phillies had, they had 2 runners on in the top of the second inning. Hall walked, then Alec Bohm got a single, then Bryce and Stott landed to that very unlucky double play, which just hit right to the second baseman. The Cardinals had a couple of chances with runners in scoring position, and they weren't able to drive any runs home. So if I'm looking throughout this entire ball game, you get bottom of the fifth, they had a double with 2 outs. And then Kyle Gibson managed to get out of that situation. Bottom of the sixth, nothing going on for them. Top of the seventh inning for the Phillies, they had 2 runners on with 2 outs. Both Bowman, Bryce, and Stott walked. And then Matt Vierling popped up. So nothing happened there. So then you go to the top of the 8th inning. Garrett Stubbs led off with a single. Nothing really going on there for them. Go to the bottom of the 8th. They had runners in scoring position. So Dickerson led off with a walk. Edmondson flew out. Sosa then struck out, and then you get the really funny intentional walk to Pujols, and then you get Gorman to fly out to end that. I'm trying to see where the other runners in scoring position chances came for the Cardinals, because I knew they had a good amount in this ball game. I believe they had at least 2 in this game to drive some chances home, if I'm not mistaken. I think, they went over 6 runners in scoring position in this game, but still, can't credit enough to Kyle Gibson. He was fantastic out there, locating a lot on the outside part of the plate, getting a lot of swings and misses. It was just a really, really, really good outing right there by Kyle Gibson, and fantastic outing overall. Just, I can't give enough credit to him, because the last outing against the Cardinals, when we all saw when he allowed back-to-back home runs, and really just his past couple of starts where he's just not going deep into the ball game at all. He had that one start in San Diego where he failed to go past 2 innings. He had a start against, like I said, against, the Cardinals at home where he went deeper in the ball game, but still wasn't good enough in that game either. He's had some games previously where he hasn't gone deep and he hasn't looked good. So this is a very huge start from Kyle Gibson and one that the Phillies desperately needed. And they still only use 2 bullpen arms in this game. And tomorrow's more going to be a bullpen game because you're going to have Christopher Sanchez out there on the mound to start the game. I know the broadcast was talking about possibly someone else starting the game and then possibly using Christopher Sanchez for the rest. But I'm assuming it's going to be Christopher Sanchez or something like that. But still, overall, just a fantastic pitching performance by Kyle Gibson. You can't give enough credit to him. In terms of runners in scoring position for the Phillies, they went 1 for 3 in this ball game. Overall, it was just that situational hitting by Didi with the beautiful bunt, and then Alec Bohm getting that sac fly, and that's really the only thing that went on in this game. But still, that is a huge 2 wins in this series for the Phillies. Just huge. And now you're 2 games up in that third wild card spot. And like I said, you have a chance to take the series tomorrow or Monday. So you put yourself in a very good position, a very, very, very good position. And right now for the Cardinals, they definitely are struggling with runners in scoring position for a good amount of stretches here for the past couple of games. They really struggled in Atlanta after facing the Phillies in Philadelphia the past weekend. And right now it's continuing to show that they're really struggling to hit with runners in scoring position. And it's shown in these first 2 games. They went 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. And as Scott says right here, they're 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position in this entire series. So the Phillies pitching has been really good, but also you got to point out that the Cardinals are really struggling with the bats right now. And maybe the Phillies are just catching them at a really good time because this is probably one of the first really big slumps for the Cardinals here. So, hey, take advantage of everything that you can get. Definitely, 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 definitely. We also got Ken saying Kyle Gibson went into beast mode today. Yeah, he was fantastic today. That was a huge bounce back performance by Kyle Gibson. They desperately needed that. Desperately needed it from him. And like seriously, 2 good pitching performances by both of your first 2 guys. Yesterday by Zack Wheeler and today by Kyle Gibson. That's huge. Pitching, 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 and Alec Bohm's bat. That's all. Yeah, there were, looking at the Phillies lineup today, the top 3 guys, not good days at the plate for them. Kyle Schwarber did have a walk, but he went 0 for 3, and he did have a lot of good pitches to hit. A lot of pop-ups for him and some groundouts, especially on the last at-bat. He popped it up in the foul territory, and he slammed his bat down after he realized it stayed in foul territory, basically, and got out. So, yeah, just not the best day at the plate for Kyle Schwarber. Rhys Hoskins went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. He had a couple of good rips that went right into gloves, but still 0 for 4 performance. Once again, another 0 for performance from the Castellanos, another, a couple of ugly strikeouts there. Derek Hall had a great day at the plate, though. He went 2 for 3 with that huge double in the 9th inning. Didi Gregorius, he went 1 for 4 with that huge bunt. Alec Bohm went 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI on the sac fly. Bryson Stott went 0 for 3 with a walk. Matt Vierling goes 0 for 4. And Garrett Stubbs went 1 for 3. So overall, like I said, just a good game. Well, I wouldn't say, the best game in the world, but still, pitcher's duel. We've been getting pitcher's duels in this series. And really, like I said, the lone source of offense has been from the Phillies. So, yeah, it's been a good day. It was a good day. Good first couple of games here by the Phillies. And just looking at the rest of the series, like I said, last 2 games against the Cardinals tomorrow afternoon on Sunday, same time as it was today, 2:15. You're going to have Christopher Sanchez going up against Palante tomorrow, and then you're going to have Arenado on Monday going up against Miles Michaelis. So you have a chance to take this series tomorrow or Monday. It'd be nice to take this series tomorrow. Hopefully the bats can be contributing to that. I would like to see the bats wake up in these last 2 games, just, get out of this little funk that they're in these first 2 games, because then you're going to have those 2 games in Toronto where you're going to be missing a lot of bodies because of the whole vaccine thing. Most likely, that's why Kyle Gibson started today. He was originally supposed to start yesterday, and he got moved back to today because obviously he's not vaccinated and he can't travel with the team to Toronto. There's going to be a lot of Phillies that are going to be missing in Toronto, so they're going to be missing a lot of bodies. So that's why it's important to get these wins in this series against St. Louis, because after that series against Toronto, it's the 3-game series with the Miami Marlins, and that's your final series before the All-Star break. So the All-Star break is coming up on us quickly here. Zack Wheeler's going to pitch the final game in Toronto. You're going to have Kyle Gibson for the first game in Miami and Aaron Nola for the second game in Miami. So you have a lot of good chances here to get some wins against these teams. More importantly, focus on a day at a time, 1 game at a time here. You got tomorrow with a chance to take the series. Christopher Sanchez on the mound. I really want to see the offense wake up a little more. Like I said, Kyle Schwarber, he hasn't had a home run in a while. I know he had those back-to-back 2-homer games, but still, I would like to see him, get off the schneid a little bit. He looks like he's frustrated with himself right now. Rhys Hoskins. I'm looking at those top 3 guys. I want to see those guys because they didn't really have a good day to play today. So that's what I'm looking for. That's where I'm going to end this stream, everyone. What are your thoughts on this game? Don't forget to leave your comments and opinions down in the comment section below. I like to read those as always. Do not forget to drop a like on this video. Do not forget to check out everything in the description below. BrodesMedia, the painted lines, everything like that. I definitely recommend it. I also recommend hitting that subscribe button and also using the code TTPSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. And I will see you next time.